This is the most exciting video that I've probably filmed this year because we are going to be tier ranking all the books that I read this year. Yeah, we're doing that. I've never done this before. I'm actually trying to figure out how to screen record right now. But we are basically going to be going through all 36 of the books that I've read this year, which that's a lot. That's a lot for me. I read only 10 last year and I doubled my goals. So my goal is 20 and I exceeded that. So I'm very proud of myself. Basically, if you don't understand, there's different tiers. Okay, let me screen record real quick. Okay, I think you should be able to see my screen right now. I'm getting embarrassed. So here are all the books that I read. You probably can recognize some of them. Let's go through the tiers. So, of course, my queen was the Time Person of the Year, and I had to do Taylor Swift lyrics as our tiers, okay? I had to. It was almost like there was a supernatural force making me. So, our S tier, top tier, best book that I read, 10 out of 10, Your Handprints on My Soul, which is from Endgame, which I love. And then our second tier, which would be like the A, is In a World of Boys, He's a Gentleman. That's from 1989, it was a vault track. Yeah. Our average tier is It Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference, which is from I Forgot That You Existed from Lover, which I love that album. It's one of my favorite albums. And then we have Is It Over Now? Because that was the question I was asking myself while reading this book. Is it over now? When is it over now? And that is also from 1989. And then our last tier is I Remember It All Too Well. And honestly, I don't even think I have to elaborate on that. It was just that bad. Now that we've clarified our tiers, let's start ranking these books. Starting off, we have Parable of the Sower. I read it alongside my boyfriend because he was reading it for a literature class. I feel like that was, I don't know. Like, I want to save this tier for like my all-time, I'm thinking about that every day. Like, it's coming up in my mind. So I'm gonna say that was like, it was good. It was good. I actually really did like that. And then we're gonna read Parable of the Talents together soon. I have it. It's actually right here. Actually, I don't know if you can tell, but I am, oh my gosh. It's right here. We're propping. This is what we're doing. This is what I use my books for actually, as a stand. Okay, next we have Little Fires Everywhere. This was an impulsive buy at Walmart and it was such a good book. I loved it. I actually do think about that. I'm gonna put this one here as well. Like, it was really good and I really liked it. And sometimes I have thought about it afterwards, but I don't know. I want to save this S tier for something. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm an extremely indecisive person. Like, my mind is changing constantly. So next we have A Place Called Esterville. This was actually my boyfriend's Grammy's recommendation. She posted on Instagram and I was like, oh, a fun fact about me is that if you post a book or you're like praising a book, I'm gonna go ahead and read that. That's gonna go on my TBR because I want to be the judge of that. So yeah, I did read it. It was good. It was difficult to read because it's about discrimination in the South, but it was good. I don't know. Like, I'm probably gonna put it here. It was good, but I feel like it could have been better. So, okay, we're getting into the books that I was doing for like different videos. So actually, Flowers for Algernon and the Godfather books that I read for reading my boyfriend's favorite books video. And I actually really did like Flowers for Algernon. It's just so well written and such an interesting concept that I think I'm gonna put it here. Because I don't know if I've thought about it since then, but it was a good book. Like, I feel like that would be something that I'd want to read again. And then The Godfather. Guys, don't judge me because I'm starting to realize that we have contemporary stuff with also classics, and I feel like the way I rank, people are gonna get mad. But okay, anyways, back to The Godfather. So I'm gonna put it here. Don't look at me though. Listen, I get like there are some really big issues with this, with like the women. I've already talked about that numerous times. But there is something so captivating about the story and also about the idea of being able to kind of get around the system that I actually did enjoy that. So, yeah, that. Okay, these books right here, these three, I read for my Valentine's Day video, which I am gonna do another romance Valentine's video. But The Notebook was so bad. It was so bad. Okay, next we have The Time Traveler's Wife, which I loved. I'm gonna put this actually up here because there have been moments since reading this that I think about it and I'm just like, wow, it truly did change the way that I viewed love and relationships and your partner changed through life. It's such a good book. Okay, next we have Call Me By Your Name. I don't know. It's gonna be here, I feel like. think I'm gonna put it here. I think I'm gonna put it here. Ugh, okay, listen, if you disagree with me, that's okay. That's cool. But like, come for me in a respectful way. Like, if you disagree, state your opinion. I get that, but like, don't personally come for me right now. I'm too sensitive for that. Okay, next we have The Glass Castle. This was the first memoir that I think I've ever, okay, I think I just lied. It's not the first memoir I've ever read, but it was the first one I read this year, and I really liked it. I would say this probably, I wanna say it's up here. Yeah, it's going up there. It was really good. I encourage everyone to read it. I think everyone should. Okay, next we have A Monster Calls. I was reading some children's literature this year, and this was one of them. And I do like it, but I think I might put it here. It's so difficult because the majority of these books were all ranked 5 stars. So it's like kind of difficult to like write this down. Next, oh crap. Okay, we have the Brontes. So first we have Agnes Grey, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I love. If you're looking for like a simple Victorian romance, this has that. But also it's also kind of like a coming of age story. When I read this, I would probably rank it here, but like looking back, I don't know if I want to reread it necessarily. I don't know. I really loved it though. I was laughing and giggling. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, it's okay. Next we have Jane Eyre, my girl. She's actually right. Oops. Okay. She's actually right here. It's the exact same copy. Yeah, this definitely is Your Handprints on My Soul. I love Jane Eyre. She is an INFJ just like me, so I feel a personal connection. So Wuthering Heights is next. I'm gonna put this also here with Anne. So we have the 2 of them. Yeah. Next we have Anne of Green Gables. This is an immediate Your Handprints on My Soul, like 100%. I love Anne Shirley Cuthbert. She is my favorite fictional character ever. Next we have A Cat's Cradle. This was such a good book. I don't know where it's gonna go though. At minimum, it's here. I don't know if it's gonna go higher. Dang it. I don't know. I'm gonna put it here because it was such a unique reading experience. Like, I swear, if you read this book, you have never read anything like it. I actually was laughing. I don't think I've ever read satire before and it was like actually funny. So yeah, I love that. And then also his philosophy about the meaning of life. So good. Yeah, I really did like that. I feel like it kind of helped shape my worldview a little bit. Next, we have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have made numerous videos about this book. Probably unnecessarily so, but you know what? I don't even care. I'm passionate about it and I love it. I love it. So yeah, it's gonna go right here. I watched the movie, no comment, so good. Yeah. Okay, next we have Girl Interrupted. So I read this during the summer. It was good. I don't remember it that much, which means that it probably didn't stand out to me. So I'm gonna put it here. Tea break. Okay. Next we have, we have the duo. Okay, we have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I read these also during the summer and I did a reading vlog for Crooked Kingdom and I was obsessed. I love these. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like them just because they were YA fantasy and I was like, ooh. Some of the lines were a little bit juvenile, if you will, but I thought it was funny. The characters are so lovable and also the plot is incredible. I'm probably gonna put this one here and then Crooked Kingdom. I literally had to put the book down at the climax because I was like, they did not just do that. They did not just pull that off. So good, I loved. Okay, next we have The Girl Who Drank the Moon. This was actually really good. So this is another children's fantasy book. It was a little bit repetitive, which I kind of talked about, but it was so well crafted. Yeah, I really liked it. I'm probably gonna put it here. Next we have Shadow and Bone. Where is it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? I don't know. Did I like it? I think I'm gonna put it here. Why is his name the Darkling? Why is it that? Every time I read that, I smirk a little bit. Cause like, why? Literally, why? It was okay. It wasn't nearly on par with Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom. Next, we have Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. Just because like so many people were raving about it. And I was like, oh. And it was good, but I think I'm gonna put it here. Because I can recognize that a lot of thought went into it. It's just everything's not straightforward and that like things are kind of messy with like the characters, their motivations and their intentions. Like a lot of times in the real world, we want to do this, but then we say something else or we do something else and it's just like kind of conflicting. That's showcased in the book really well, but it's so infuriating. It's like, just tell her that you love her. Stop messing around. And then The Cruel Prince. Stop. Don't come for me right now. It was okay, but like, was it okay? I don't think so. I think that was a crime and a waste of my time is what it was. Cause like, it just seemed a little bit all over the place. I was just like, oh, okay. Like, there wasn't consistency with the characters, like with the plot to me. It just seemed like things were just happening and I was like, okay. I was gonna read The Wicked King. That was DNF'd actually. Got like 5 pages into it and I was like, yeah, no, I cannot sit through another whole book with this. This is just, Okay, next we have Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It was good. I feel like at the time when I read it, it was just like a good little adult fantasy. And his writing's always good. I just don't know if I won't think I would reread it again. So yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna go right there. Next we have, we got some Shakespeare up in here. Okay, so we have Hamlet. This was a reread and it was for class and it was better than the first time I read it. I found myself oddly relating to Hamlet. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. I'm probably gonna put this like, I don't know. Do I feel indifferent? No, I don't think I liked it. I'm not a Shakespeare head. Is that what they're called, like fans? Or Shakespearean? I don't know, whatever. I'll mess with that. Okay, so we're getting to like the more recent stuff. Okay, so we have The Secret History. So good. I was so obsessed. So I was gonna do a reading vlog for reading this. I didn't, obviously. Did I even mention reading this to you guys? I feel like people when they read The Secret History, they make it their entire personality. Okay, that's a call out. They don't make their entire personality, but they make sure you know. They're like, yeah, I read that. And like, rightfully so. She literally spent a decade on this book. So yeah, I did read that and it was really good. I'm gonna say it's probably, I don't know. Is it a handprint on my soul? It is a handprint on my soul because there were some lines in here that were like, oh, she did not. Like there's a line at the very end of the book that talks about how we have like hauntings and ghosts like the ancient Greeks and Romans, but now it's in the form of like memories of people. And I was like, oh, that was so good. And then also just the premise of like being isolated physically, but also with a group of people and kind of just like the psychological implications of that and how you're like, you can go so far and do so many things. Yeah, it was a really good book. I encourage you to read that. I want to read another Donna Tartt book, but I don't know which one to read. Like, I think there's The Goldfinch, and then there's that one with the baby on it. You know what I'm talking about. That doll. I see that thing everywhere, and I don't know why. Okay, next we have the Hunger Games trilogy. These were rereads for me leading up to the movie. So I'm gonna put these... I finished them pretty quickly because I like them. I would say, like, they're still pretty good. Like, objectively amazing. Objectively. Okay, next we have... Oh, good. What is that? That better not be what I think it is. That's just the Castle of Otranto. So this, again, is for my lit class. The Castle of Otranto is insane. Why is there a helmet falling from the sky? Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it like here. Because like, I can recognize its importance in the sphere of literature, but okay. I got a good essay out of that though. Next we have A Separate Peace. Oh no. Oh no. So as I mentioned before, this was one of my favorite books. I read it in like freshman year and it changed the way I viewed literature. Crap. I'm in a tough place because I feel like it's gonna be this. Which one is it gonna be? I think I'm gonna put it here. I don't even want to talk about it. It is just so... I used to love this book. I would praise it. I would tell everyone to read it. And I still think it's really good. I feel like now if I say it's my favorite book, it's more because of like the sentimental value I put on it than anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Okay, next we have The Haunting of Hill House. It was good, I guess. I'm gonna put it here. I feel bad, but like the reason why is because I had to speed read this for class because I came back from Thanksgiving break and I had to like read the entire thing. So yeah, I was kind of asking myself, is it over now? Because it was like 2 a.m. and I was still reading this book and I just... yeah. Okay, next we have Beloved by Toni Morrison. This is immediately going up here. No chance. Literally no chance. It hand printed on my soul. It was so good. This book is incredible. So I don't know how much I can talk about it because I do want to, I don't know. Am I going to do a wrap-up video? I want to talk about it more like thoroughly than just like here in this video, but this book is so incredible and just raw and honest about a lot of the emotional trauma that's kind of like inherited through generations and kind of like how do you go from the commodification of human beings to being in a position where you're like supposed to have a family and feel safe when you're constantly in a state of survival. It's so incredible. I really want to read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. Next we have The Graveyard Book. This was a reread as well. I actually had to read this in like 6th grade and I hated it. I was like, this book is terrible. It's like one of the worst books ever. Rereading it, I actually liked it. I'm probably gonna put it in right here though because I don't think I would reread it again. And like it was good when I read it, but like it's not something that I think about on the daily at all by any means. Uh-oh, we only have 2 left. These are gonna be on the latter half, guys. I am so sorry for what I'm about to do. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I just did not connect with this whatsoever. It was my first read of 2023, actually, and I was like, oh, didn't she write Normal People? I was like, yeah, I want to read this. I really did like her writing style because it very much follows kind of like a screenplay, and it's like it shows every little thing, and I love the detail, but just the characters didn't really seem real, which is weird because I feel like that's what she's known for, is like hyper realistic characters that really explore human nature, but that just didn't really seem like the case to me. But I'm not gonna give up. I do want to read Normal People next year. Actually, I have a video related to that, but I do want to read that, so I'm not gonna give up. But yeah, that book, I just didn't really connect with it. Yeah, I don't really know. The last one we have is Turn of the Screw, which I just had to write an essay about. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. Henry James, like, be for real. Why do you as an author feel the need to convolute your writing? Like, that is just so, it's so annoying to me. They found evidence of him purposely doing it too. Like, he purposely rewrites stuff to make it more confusing. And that to me is so annoying as a reader. But no, like, that's not my biggest gripe with this man. Not with him personally, but with this book. My biggest issue was just the governess grinds my gears. Like, there are so many different interpretations of Turn of the Screw, so I'm gonna leave that untouched. But it's just so infuriating when she's like, I'm gonna save Miles and everything, and then like by the end of the book, she's literally the cause of his death. Like, be for real right now. Like, that is so annoying. This is why they need to have background checks for governesses. You know, just hire them willy-nilly like that. I will say though, if you have an emotional response to a book, maybe that's a sign of good writing. Maybe not. Actually, maybe I take that back. I can think of cases where that's not the case whatsoever. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited to do like a book video because I haven't done one in like a while because I've been doing like vlogs and stuff. But yeah, I have so many like book ideas to do. One of them is actually gonna be a reading vlog for this. I say it with a smile, but like, we all know what's coming. We all know what's coming. I'm only on page 64, and so far it is just, Yanagihara's like writing is just so amazing. Anyway, I will see you again at some point in the near future. But until then, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.